What's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Khonshu here, Montu, AMK Ra. Um, for those who don't understand what the A stands for, A stands for Amen, the M stands for Mut or Amunet, but mostly known as Mut, and the K stands for Khonshu, aka Montu, if you guys didn't understand that, and Ra, the sun, right? So I want to let my warriors know, my Kemites, my Kushites, everybody who are original, and natural. I want to let you know that this journey is going to be a little bit hard. It's going to get a little stressful. But when you fight and do something, you're going to understand who has your back and who's here with you, okay? Let's just cut all this scam, all this like, subscribe, all that. I don't need none of that. All I need you to do is just use your ears for a little bit and just peep game, okay? So, what you don't understand for the Christian view, right? Because you notice if you say anything about it, it's very hard to post anything, or you get suspended or you get banned. There's so much things when you say things about the Christian, right? So what I want to say is the people you love, you got to save them if you really love them, right? And by saving them means disattaching from everything, everything, everything. Your family has been smoking, your family has been drinking, your family has been fornicating, clearly signs of you being here. not that that's a joke, just, yeah, a lot of people aren't born off of holiness or holy matrimonies. A lot of people are born off one L and a bottle of Hennessy and a mishap that's happened at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Or a great vibe or a great feeling that was temporary. A lot of us are born off that, and then our life feels that way, right? I know you guys remember back in the day how you notice you hear that ring as I'm talking about this. This always happens. I feel like I've been being watched, but I don't stop. I never stop. I always say what I need to say. But yeah, when it comes to the Christians and the people that you're going against, they're gonna be used to attack you, and you have to be ready for that. It could be your mother, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be your auntie, it could be your well, I wouldn't say grandmothers or grandparents. Grandparents are kind of like ancient. They kind of get to a point where they're just like, something don't feel right. Let me just be still for once. You have no choice. Age is going to make you sit your ass down and just watch. There's a reason why eventually you can't do nothing in the beginning and then at the ending, right? So the choices you make through that divine aging process is when you're going to understand, like, damn, I should have been still more. When I knew I could move, I should have used more stillness than moving. You know what I mean? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you need to. So just like eating. A lot of people don't have to eat bull crap, but they do eat bull crap. It's an option. You are, ever since you were born, you had the free will to make the option of what you want to do. So these are the attacks to expect and the signs that I say stay away from. When you're talking about real shit and people like, yeah, and their eyes are like this, don't ever speak in front of them again. Let them go through whatever the fuck it is they're going through, because when they're going through it, they're gonna keep coming back to you every time. And then they're gonna hear your words, they're gonna hear the inspiration, and then they're gonna flee and leave. And then the next time when they don't need it and you say it, they don't wanna hear it. Pay attention to people who can't look you in your eyes. When they don't look you in your eyes, they're guilty. They're guilty of something. Like people, I love God. I just, I love him. I love Jesus. I don't know about you. I don't know what y'all got going on, but that they're in denial and they're guilty. They know that they're not being themselves. Their eyes aren't aligning with their inside, their temple, their spirit. That's why they gotta go against it. They're going crazy. They move, or they're being controlled by a parasite. That's why you gotta be careful. A parasite can imitate you to the T. To the T. And then when it's done with you, it goes to somebody else when you have nothing left to give it, right? Sorry, let me just, ash that. But when you have balance and completeness in your life and you stay away from everything and you move back, the first, I say 3 month stride is gonna be hell. It's gonna be chaotic. People are gonna turn on you. People are gonna look at you. People might wanna be around you just to do something that might hurt you in the long run. It's a game of now, before, and after. This is how they get you. Some people knew how to plant something to stop you from now. Like, for example, this spiritual game. If I set up a nail on the road, right? For a path that I know you're gonna take eventually. Only you are gonna take it, right? And then you run over you run over that nail and it pops your tire, right? You think it's an accident or it's a coincidence, but every car that went over that nail didn't pop. Yours did. That is how spirit moves, okay? Evil spirits. That's how they move. And this is why the game is starting to become calculus, because you have to calculate your movements. You have to calculate your steps. These are all the steps I'm giving you as a warrior, because I done been through it all since a young kid. Like through it all. Like all of it. I done devoted and gave myself away and then realized, like, why do I feel empty? Why is this still happening? Or I done tried to do this and that still kept happening. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole giving yourself away. If someone is giving themselves away, they're not a part of anything that's grand or a conscious. It's not part of a unity conscious. You know what I mean? So if a person's giving themselves away and they're seeking you to give yourself away too, and I say this loud and boldly, when they try to tell you baptize or save yourself and give your life to Christ and give your life to this and this and that. What, you think people were doing that before? What were men and women doing before even Christ came along? What were we doing? Even before that, what were they doing? You think they're going to hell or heaven? Remember, we didn't even know nothing about it until recently. So how can you say somebody was going anywhere with knowledge that had just popped up, what, late 1700s? Maybe 1600s, 1611 max. You know what I'm saying? You gotta decipher, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is being prepped to be a sheep on a block, and when they can't protect themselves, they're stuck into something. That's why when people get baptized, they get saved, yeah, they're like, yeah. But they're scary. They're real scary. Oh. God is not in them. It's outside of them, right? This is why they be used. If the brothers tell them jump, they jump. If the brothers tell them eat, they eat. If the elders tell them to move, they move. There's some people who allow these elders and these people to tell them how to have their family, how their household should go. There's married couples who go to the elders and go to the brothers because they have no power anymore. God created you with love, compromise, promise, eagerness, motivate. Everything you need, God had gave to you. Not God, I'm sorry, the Father. The Father had gave to you, right? Because God's is us. Let's not get it twisted. That's why in the book, there's someone talking about the Father, and then there's someone saying God's, right? God this, God that, God this. It's the Father. The Father is the ultimate source, okay? Who makes gods. He's the creator of gods and the earth and all that stuff, right? On it. The whole creation story. That's the Father. So, when it comes to that, you're born with everything you need. Now what happened? Why at some point in my life would I have to give something up that I was already born with and I already have? And the crazy part is they are so good with the tongue now that you could read the same shit as them and they're gonna tell you it means something totally different. Or it's gonna say something like here, God says you should eat anything that's bearing seeds, which is produce, because we're a reproductive system. That's who we are. And we get charged electrically off these produce, right? So it says you must bear things that have seeds in it, that bear its seed, right? So fruit has seeds that can grow another fruit. We are a seed that can give another seed. It all works with our reproductive system, okay? So why would you give something away to something you don't know or seen or hasn't even spiritually came to you or said anything? Why would you give it all back to what? What are you giving it back to? Only thing you're doing is getting something out of you took it. I am not baptized. Never been baptized. Ever. Something about it just wasn't, it wasn't right to me. It's all these people lined up. And you can get dipped in any pool or any type of water, any type of anything. The water's not even good yet no more. It's not even pure no more. So how are you? You know, it's chemicals in it. It's chlorine in it. Like, what's so special about the water? That's what I'm trying to, you get what I'm saying? You guys got to understand, it's something that gets taken from you. And then you don't have it no more. Now you can't fight for yourself. You can't defend for yourself. These are the things that I keep telling people. Wake up. You got to learn how to protect yourself. You got to learn how to call on your ancestors. There's a reason why they say you can't speak to the dead and you can't do this and that. That's demonic. Nowhere it says that, though. They say you can't believe in the zodiacs and you can't this and this and that. But the funny thing is, it's called the Mazzaroth in the Bible. They don't know that, because what they know of the book is just the lies that they tell them in the book. There's two versions of Jesus in the book, if you didn't understand. There's someone who's the light bringer, right? The light bringer, and his name is Lucifer. But remember, when God found the earth and discovered it, it was a dark void filled with water. He said, let there be light, right? So y'all got to use the concept. Read Revelations chapter 22, verse 16. He's going to say that he is Lucifer. He is the star, not the star, but the light bringer. And he is the son of David. It's in the book. It's in the book. Y'all just don't y'all don't really read the things because you're only taught to know and stick to the script. That's what you guys do. You stick to the script. How can something be a newly translated thing? The only way something can be newly translated is if they change the language, which happened for us to, you know what I'm saying? For us to go by. The Bible, the Babel. If you guys don't understand all these things, there's two tricks to the word, right? There's tablets and stones. If you know how to read that, you have a better chance than reading somebody who translated something to their own concept. You know what I'm saying? The crazy part is you don't need none of that stuff. You just sit back and just watch. You're going to understand exactly what you need to do. You're going to understand exactly what's going on, what you need to say. It's called purpose. The whole purpose was for you to be born to have dominion over the animals and the earth. Not even dominion as a control, but dominion in protecting it, making sure that everything stay balanced, everything stay equal. A lot of people don't do that no more. And then you think because you go to the church every Sunday, that you're good or you're protected and it's a fresh start. It don't work like that. Why would I need to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going if I learn something? A lot of you guys only do it because you're scared to die. That's the truth. I had made a vow to myself that I was like, I'm going to serve the Father regardless if he kills me or not. Because at this point, it's a blessing just to be made or to come here. Clearly, everything happens for a reason. I made it out of, 50 million sperm cells? I made it. Thank you, Father. That's it. I got to see this and have a vessel and get to understand what feel and touch and smell and sense feel. Thank you, Father. That's it. That's it. I'm not about to be scared when it's time to go. I'm not gonna tremble my whole life in fear and think that I'm going anywhere. It don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's a thing where your mindset is what's set for you. So you know automatically, your mind's gonna always know what you're supposed to do. The only thing you can do is become a physical person and go against your internal mind. That's where you fuck up. That's exactly where you fuck up. Or give your mindset to somebody. If somebody controls your mind, they control your spirit. If they control your spirit, they control your body. If they control all three of those components, you're not living your life no more for you. You're living your life in fear for what somebody has planned for you. Catch my drip? You guys gotta wake up. You guys gotta wake up. This is a man that is controlling everything. And the reason why a lot of Christians are in fear and scared because they serve the Father, that their Father or their God, right? Not the true Father, not the true God, right? But they serve their form of the God in the book, right? And the Father in the book, which is a zealous God, right? Which he gets jealous, you serve any other type of person. But he'll tell you straight up, there's no other gods besides him and this and this and that. Why would I feel the need to say that if there's only one? You catch my drip? If there's only one, don't you think he will fix this stuff right now? What y'all don't understand is we're going to be the saviors, and we were made to do that for this time and point because we knew it was going to happen. That's why you need to follow up on ancient Kemet. You need to follow your ancestors. You need to understand where these things came from and where did they get their information from. The book is meant to conquer gods and goddesses. That's the true creation. And Adam, which is Adamu or Atum, like Atum Ra, is the day, and Eve is evening. It's the night. That's what y'all don't get. Sun and the moon was made on the what? 6th day or 5th day? However that goes. And no, it was made on the 5th day, right? And then the 6th day was Adam and Eve. You don't think those components, you don't think every component dropped down to the human beings that were going to be able to bear the power of it? Why do you think the sun gives us life and makes us wake up, and the moon makes us chill and makes us want to go to sleep so we can dream? Come on now. Y'all can't think that y'all cannot sit here and just think that all this is how things are supposed to go. The only time you really start having power, if you break away from that system, and then you don't let them catch you up once you break away from the system. Because if you're not following their order or their script, your family's going to think something's wrong with you or off with you. So they're going to kick you out into the world that they're scared to go out in. That's the crazy part. They're scared to go out in the world, but they're going to kick you out into that world. And the crazy part is, when you get kicked out in that world, now you have all types of things that are going to attack you. Because you wasn't raised to actually be strong from the jump. They didn't teach you that part. And that's a sin. That's a sin. Believe it or not, that is going to be a heavy sin that everybody's going to have to, they're going to have to answer for. It's going to be a punishment. They're going to have to answer for it. And you might be the one to bear the punishment. That's the crazy thing. Everyone who might have turned their back on you and did you crazy, when their time comes, they're going to be real mad when they see that you're the one who was making sure that everything was going. You was the one who was keeping their clock ticking. You was the one who was there for them when they needed you. You was the one who lifted them up when they was down. And you were right there in the flesh, and they treated you bad. Now I ask you the same thing. You think Jesus in a $10,000 mansion, living happy and rich and just saying fuck the world? Nah, he's most likely that bum who you didn't offer $5 to. Promise you. That was just like, that's how Jesus is going to come to you. Not even Jesus, I say Yeshua, or just God's, the Father's Son. You see how it's so hard to break out of that tradition? We gotta break the curse, bro. We have to. It's always been slaves in the story, and someone always needed to save those people or wake up, right? And everyone who did, they did everything that they did everything that God told them to do. Remember in the book? In the book, they did everything that God told them to do. A lot of people suffered and still didn't get it, but did everything. Come on now. It's a game. It's a game, and it's all part of the board. Because when this serpent comes, which is going to be the beast, you call it the belly of the beast. Remember, the true father made sure that the serpent which was AKA a dragon, will always have to lie on its stomach, right? So there's a reason why everybody is in the belly of the beast. You get what I'm saying? It's metaphor. It's symbolic. And when you make your way through the belly and out the fucking tunnel, right, you're going to see light. That's just, if I ate you right now, right, and you went down and you went in and you climbed your way up through my body, right, as soon as I open my mouth, right, all you're going to see is light. A new day. You see what I'm saying? You're going to see shine. All we have to do is make our way out of this belly. You get what I'm saying? That's the belly of the beast, making your way out through that stuff. I'm not gonna make this video over 20 minutes, but this is just something that I wanted to talk to you guys about because it's getting to that point, and a lot of people are hearing, and a lot of people are telling me like, you should really just speak this stuff. Like, I think a lot of people need to hear this. Like, this is deep. Oh, I wish I could speak like that. You can, and I'm a living proof of it. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you. Everything. This is just level 1. Everything I'm telling you right now is just level 1. This is just to get it out there. You know what I mean? Let's just put it out there. Let's stop living in fear. You want to know ways to practice fear? I tell everybody, go out into the woods. When you cut meat, right? Go out into the woods, because then you're gonna understand these animals don't really try to harm you. They just see, they can see through different things. They can see your aura, they can see all that type of stuff. And if you're eating meat, if I could look through you and I can see that you eat humans, you think I'm not gonna attack you or run from you? Or warn you to stay away from me? Just think about it. Just think about it. Now, to the animals that eat fruit and bear fruit, you see people out here who just be having these animals just come up to them, don't even harm them, not even worried. They're the only ones who can do it. They're most likely a vegan or a vegetarian. But the crazy thing is, it's not even a name on it. They're just natural. They're natural. When he made the animals, he didn't say, I made these animals so you can eat them. That's sick, bro. That's sick. That's sadistic. So for you to just keep doing it, it's just like, it's a joke at this point. You just don't care. Everything that it teaches you goes against the true Father. It's disrespect against the true Father. They killed the Son on a cross, and you wear a cross every day talking about this is about life. This is in remembrance of this and this and that. No, the Ankh represents life. The cross, it's a proven point. It represents death. And you guys rock it all the fucking time. The one realest nigga. And I'm gonna be real. I think Yeshua, or however y'all want to say Jesus, you can correct yourself with the Y, right? Yeshua, he was a human. He was a human being, right? And he also was half God, right? But the crazy part was his more God gene proving who he was. He was the last of those real niggas that was around. He was the last one. He wasn't supposed to go. He didn't come here to die. That makes no fucking sense. He came here to correct error, right? People still rape, people still kill, people still do this, and they still find a way to talk. Like, they'll still find a way to trick you and tell you, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. Bullshit. Bullshit. And what you have to start doing is understand, if I'm looking at blue and I see blue, it's blue. That's what you guys need to understand. Don't let nobody keep telling you, oh, well, you look at it from a side angle, and if you understand this point, and over here in this scripture, it says, no. It's always been blue, it still is blue. And when it's nighttime, it's purple. Purple is the top chakra. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Wake up. Wake up, people. This video is over. I'm going to keep making more videos. If you check my TikTok, I almost do this daily, almost. So let's wake up together and let's keep this collective consciousness rising. We are back and we are in the flesh. Dua, I say.